Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that should seem familiar since we've worked on it all week. Well, not so much since we worked on it all week, but it's going to look very, very similar to what we did yesterday. Because today's topic is taking 10 from within 100. You know what? I'm going to change up my lightsaber again. I'm going to use green today. So just like yesterday, we're going to be focusing on pulling out 10 from a number and then subtracting from 10. That way we could make subtraction easier for us. So let's take a couple of examples and work our way up to larger numbers from yesterday. So yesterday, I believe we worked on 30 minus 7. So let's repeat the process that we did yesterday. The first thing we did was we number bonded 30 and we took out 10 because we wanted a friendly number, our 10, to make subtracting 7 easier. But we can't just leave it at 10. We have to think about what else is left inside of the 30 after we pull the 10 out. What's that? 20? 20 is right. We can see it here. We know that 3 minus 1 equals 2. So 30 minus 10 equals 20. See? In both examples, there's a 3 and a 1 and a 2. Except in this case, we carry the zeros along. Okay. The next thing we did was we made our two sentences, our two number sentences to find out what the answer is. The first one is we do our subtraction. We take our 10 and we take the minus 7 and we put it into a sentence. 10 minus 7 equals 3. Afterwards, we need to make sure that we use the rest of our numbers. So we have to use 20 and 3. And what do we do this time? If you said subtract, no, we're not subtracting this time. Remember, we add everything that's left. So we end up with our second number sentence being 20 plus 3. So we can count up on our fingers from there, or we can just do 20 plus 3 equals 23. And that gives us our answer, 23. Okay, so now that we've warmed up a little bit, let's look at another example to wake our brains up a little bit more. Yesterday we did 50 minus 5, and we're going to go ahead and do that again. So same thing as always, let's number bond 50 first. When we pull out 10, what's left? Well, 5 minus 1 equals 4, so 50 minus 10 equals 40, so 40 is left. Okay, now let's make our first number sentence. 10 minus 5 equals 5. We know that because we've practiced our 10 facts now for a long time. Now we have to make sure that we use everything, so that means we have to take the 40 and add it to the 5. 40 plus 5 equals 45. Very good. Alright, let's do one of these quick ones, and then we'll go into our full lesson. Let's do 90 minus 8. Okay, so first things first, let's number bond and pull out 10. 9 minus 1 equals 8. So 90 minus 10 equals 80. When we pull out 10, we get 80 left. Okay. And next is, number sentences. So our first number sentence is, we're right, 10 minus 8, and that equals 2. Next we have to make sure we're adding our leftover numbers. So let's go ahead and do it. 80 plus 2 equals 82. Now, if it seems like it's getting easier, that's good. Because with the last 3 days of practice we had doing number bonding to make adding and subtracting easier, the fact that it's getting quicker for you is really good. It shows that you're progressing. Okay, so we did yesterday, we're going to go back to using our dots. Now, when we did dots yesterday, we looked at the examples of 11 minus 2, 12 minus 3. We're going to look at a bigger one. What we're going to do is we're going to look at 13 minus 8 on this one. Okay, let's do this. Jacob has 13 bouncy balls. He gives 8 of them to Pete. How many bouncy balls does Jacob have left? Okay, so I've already written down the number sentence here. We have our number 13, and we have our number 8, and we have the word gives, which means that he's going to be giving losing balls. So we did our read. Let's do draw. So Jacob, I'm going to draw these in blue, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bouncy balls. And he gives 8 of them to Pete. So let's cross off 8. How many bouncy balls does he have left? All right. No, we've already used red. Let's use a different color. So here is 13, the whole. Here is 8, which is the amount that Jacob gave. How many does he have left? All right, we've already done the hard part of now converting that to a number sentence. So 13 minus 8. Let's do our steps. Number bonding, we pull out 10. We end up with 3. Okay. 10 minus 8 gives us 2. Good. And then our next step, I need to add the 2. Okay, what am I adding to the 2? 3? Yep, you're right, the 3. Okay, so then 3 plus 2 equals 5, which is our answer. Jacob has 5 balls left. Very good. Now, there's different ways you could solve this. You can solve this by counting on, by pounding 8 and then counting up from on your fingers to 13. You can use the number bonds like we did. You can use these number bonds. You can use just counting the dots and balls like we did here. Okay, so let's try our application problem. Has 45 pencils. 8 of those pencils are sharpened. How many pencils are not sharpened? Okay, so this one is a little bit different, partially because we only have one number written in numeric form. We have to find the others. So let's redraw right, and let's underline the numbers as we find them. Emma has 45, so there's our first number. Pencils. 8, oh, there we go. That's our second number. Pencils are sharpened. How many pencils are not sharpened? Ooh, okay. Let's start off by drawing our symbols. We've read things, now let's draw the diagram. I'm going to use circles to draw pencils this time. Last time I know I used pointy boxes, but if I had to draw 45 pointy boxes, we're going to be here for a while. So let's see. Emma has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now imagine if I try drawing all of those as boxes. I don't think we have enough space for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw, speaking of boxes, I'm going to draw a box around each of these. Because if you notice, I drew each of these in groups of 10. So I'm going to just link them up like that. Except for this one here. This one here only has 5 in it, so we're not going to draw a box around it. Okay. So we have 10, 20, 30, 45. We have a conundrum. We know our total amount is 45, and we know that 8 are sharpened. We need to know how many are not sharpened. Okay, so we know the whole, and we know a part. Here's the whole, 45. It's the whole big piece, and we know a part, the 8. To find the other part, we're going to have to subtract. Now, nowhere up here does it say we have to subtract. So how did I get to that? Well, in order to find a missing part, let's pretend this is a number bond. We know the whole, and we know a part. We need to find out this other part. Yep, the answer's not 5. There we go. We need to find this other part. And to do that, we need to subtract this from this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. 45 minus 8. Let's start off with our number bond. Except this one's not going to be clean. This one's going to be a little bit messy. 45 minus 8. Well, if we pull 10 out, 4 minus 1 equals 3. So 40 minus 10 equals 30. But this is 45. Okay, so what if the 5 comes along with? So 45 minus 10 equals, well, let's look. 4 minus 1 equals 3. 5 minus 0 equals 5. So it's 35. Okay. That's good. That's helpful. Now we have our number we need to add later on. All right, first steps first. 10 minus 8 equals 2. Let me make that not look like it. There we go. Equals 2. And now, yep, we need to add the things together. So we add together 35 and 2. And 35, when you go up by 2, equals 37. We can double check that by counting up. So pound it. 35, add 2. 36, 37. Very good. Okay, so we got an answer. We got our answer here. We said it's 37. She has 37 unsharpened pencils. Let's double check that. Let's just check up here, okay? Because I don't have a complete set of 8, we're going to have to piecemeal this a little bit. So let's take this away. So it's a group of 5 and then 3 left, because we know that 10 minus 8 equals 2. So we have 2 left in here. And we have 5 out here. All right, let's count. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 equals 30. And now we add 2, and we add 5. Well, 2 and 5 equals 7. So we get 37. Yeah, 10, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, both, we got our answer right. We can see it in this picture, in this extended number sentence, and in our number bonds. Very good. Okay, so with this, you're going to go ahead and get started on your own work. You set yourself a 15-minute timer. Because again, give yourself extra time to try stuff, because I'm not there to help out today. 15 minutes, and go ahead and attempt your problem set. When your exit ticket goes up, you'll have time. I mean, there will be pieces where I go over questions that I think were difficult on the problem set, so you can double check your answers right away. Okay? Have at it.